Contractors, are you tired of paying high income taxes? Listen, having the right business structure will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars that instead of writing that check to the IRS, you can use that money to invest back into your business. How do you do this? Let's start with the basics. The problem right now is that the majority of you have the wrong business structure. You went online, you Googled how to start a business, and you registered the company by yourself. If you're either a sole proprietor or a partnership, let me tell you, you are the IRS favorite client. Why do I say this? Because sole proprietors and partnerships are the ones that pay the highest amount in taxes. But that doesn't have to be that way. Step number one, don't throw your money away. Instead, restructure your business so you can have more tax write-offs, and instead of sending that money to the IRS, you can invest it back into your business. Now, I know what you're thinking. Marcos, what is the best business structure? Well, it depends on your business, okay? Sole proprietors and partnerships pay the highest amount. An easy fix to this will be to set up an LLC. That's right, a limited liability company. No, not the one that you go online and register by yourself and don't select the right one. The one that is set up and structured by a professional, my friends. And that is not your typical tax preparer or your cousin that does taxes on the side. You ought to be advised by a tax expert, tax advisor that can guide you on how to set up the LLC correct. Having an LLC by itself is not going to save you any taxes. You must have the right LLC election. You can either elect to be treated as a partnership, as an S-Corp, which stands for small corporation, or as a C-Corp, which is a big corporation. Guys, it's not new. Trump is back at the office. And with this new presidency, there's gonna be a lot of changes to the business tax code. Let me tell you, it is gonna favor those that have the right structure. For example, currently the C-Corp is being taxed at a 21%. President Trump has proposed to lower that to 15%. That is a lot of potential savings for you, my friends. Or you may choose to select a small corporation where you can eliminate 15.30% of the self-employment tax credit. And it doesn't stop there. So definitely having the right business structure is the easiest way to put money back into your pocket. Let's talk about the second most important thing you ought to do, and that is having proper bookkeeping. Let me tell you, successful business owners know exactly how much money comes in, how much money goes out, and how much profit they get to keep. Unfortunately, 99% of small business owners, contractors, starting business owners don't have proper bookkeeping. Therefore, are losing thousands of dollars, leaving money on the table by not keeping track of their income and expenses. Now, when it comes to bookkeeping, you have three options. Option number one, you could do it the old-fashioned way, which is having a box full of receipts that may fade out or you may lose. Option number two is setting up a software. There's quite a few options out there. One of the most popular is QuickBooks Online. You also have Xerox and other apps that you can implement, okay? And last but not least, number three is hiring an experienced bookkeeper. Now, I'm not talking to the lady that has a home-based business in your city. There are a lot of virtual bookkeepers nowadays that are very experienced, especially niche to your industry. We work with a ton of them. If you wanna find out about any recommendation, I invite you to leave me a comment in this video and we'll be happy to connect you with one. So now that you have step one, which is having your right business structure, step two, having the proper bookkeeping, you need the last and final piece, and that is step three and the most important, and that is hiring and working with the right professional. Listen, there are a lot of tax preparers out there. There are people online. There's even this online softwares that people nowadays use to go and file your returns. The problem with that is that you are only getting the preparation, but you're not getting the strategy, the advice. It is important that you work with a special tax advisor that can implement the strategies, the game plan for you to save money on your return. So the question is, why an advisor? Well, the problem with going just and visiting a temporary tax preparer is that you're only meeting with them once a year and they're only working from January through April. You need someone that you can meet with regularly. You ought to be meeting with your advisor at least on a quarterly basis, if not monthly basis. Somebody that's gonna be being there with you. You see, an advisor is more than just a preparer for you. It is someone that's gonna be there to coach you. Just like in sports, even the greatest need a coach. Michael Jordan needed a Phil Jackson. Kobe Bryant needed a Tim Grover. You need somebody that can hold your hand and be side by side and give you all the strategies. One of the most painful things for me to experience during tax season is when I get to meet a business owner that didn't have the proper tax planning, didn't have an advisor, didn't keep good track of their income or expenses. And I sit down with them, we see all the hard work they put in, and we see the number, not what they brought in, but what they are keeping, guys. And you know what's the biggest expense that everybody that's watching this video, anybody that owns a business in the US, the biggest expense are taxes. And if you can find a way to reduce and eliminate those, that's gonna put money back into your pocket, that's gonna make you more profitable, and it's gonna allow you to have a growing business. Guys, remember, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you make, how much business you have, what matters is how much you get to keep.